everybody.
Say good morning, Paige.
Good morning, Paige.
She's awake.
Paige.
Oh, that's so funny. Wee.
How you doing? Did you sleep well?
Yeah. How is everyone else going?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just deleting the other stuff.
How far did you get?
I had posted it,
Yeah.
but my thumbnail looks way worse than Paige's because I just took a picture of it. So
I'm sorry. I'm awake. I'm here now.
you're fine.
You can always be mean and say wake me up. It's okay.
What a wonderful way to start your day, though.
Yeah.
With us. You lucky thing, you.
All right. Now we'll actually get the rest of my stuff together.
Okay. Danielle, have you started the book at all yet?
Yeah.
Oh, not me.
I'm on chapter. I haven't finished chapter 12 yet, so I have to finish that before I can check in again.
Oh, so you're like one-third of the way through.
I can't believe how long these chapters are.
Are they long?
I feel like they're long.
Sometimes they are and sometimes they're not.
It could be because I'm reading it on Everand, so I'm reading it like on my phone. So I don't know if that's why it makes it feel longer.
No.
Have you already read it, Paige?
I'm currently at chapter 32.
I'm the only person who
what?
hasn't started it yet.
Where did I start? But look at me, I'm actually starting it before the end of the month.
You're
I'm
amazing.
I am impressed.
I thought you had started it because of your comment on one of my comments. I was like, oh, she must have started it.
Yeah.
No, Paige.
I'm
not awake yet either.
Danielle is like, I keep picturing a particular character as Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, and I'm like, I'm deceased.
Oh, that's exciting.
I was already doing it, and I just wanted everyone else to join me in my
visualization.
I don't want to say misery, but it's not a bad thing.
I have been working on a reading project, and so I'm like, it's going longer than I expected it to go. So I'm just, and plus the beginning of the month, I just didn't read very quickly. I wasn't doing much reading. So now I'm like, I got to get these books done. Yeah. But I'm not worried. I think that this is going to be a fast read once I get into it.
I hope so.
It hasn't or hasn't for me, like, because I did the jar for 2 weeks before starting it, and I was reading like 200 pages a day because I was just so like invested and like having so much fun with it. And then I've done this and like work and packing and finalizing all the accounts for the house and everything, and so it's just like those things, so it's taken me longer to read. And like I feel like I've been reading for ages with Audible, but I'm also like, but it's fun. It just doesn't feel like I'm reading it quickly, but I'm not mad at that because I really like it.
Oh, I'm excited. I mean, I've been excited. Well, no, we'll see if I ever get to it.
So wait, are you able to tell us what you're reading tonight, or is it a secret?
Yeah, I can tell you. Stay
Oh,
with
okay.
me.
Oh, did you already tell us and I was just spacing out?
No, but it's
Sorry.
on my little thingy.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is how this night's gonna go. Or this morning.
I'm not going to tell you why I'm reading it, but I can tell you I'm reading it.
Okay.
So, and this has actually been a quick read so far, but I kind of have to get this. Well, technically, the way I've planned things, I'm supposed to finish this project before I start anything else. But if I don't, if I like, I'm gonna start this week if I don't finish this project.
Yay. Tara's going back to read chapter 12 because they missed some stuff while listening to the audio when they were cleaning. Embarrassed myself in the Discord. What?
Oh no.
Oh,
What
I
happened?
highly doubt that, Tara. We all adore you. So, if anybody said anything that made you feel like you embarrassed yourself, let me know. No, I'm just kidding.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, I see what happened. Yeah, no. All good. All good. Hello. Lily is reading When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Tara read that this month and loved it.
That's the second book in a
scared.
series, right?
First.
Oh.
It's that thick. Does
it have a second book in a series? I feel like something just came out for that. No?
I don't know if it's out, but it's planned. It's slated.
Okay.
Lily was kind of scared since I haven't read fantasy in a bit, but enjoying it so far. Excellent.
Oh, good.
Marvelous.
Should be fun.
Is this considered YA or is this adult? Does anybody know?
Foundryside.
It's adult.
Yeah.
I'll double check, but
there's too much swearing in it for it to not.
Well, and yeah. Okay.
I'd count it as new adult, but because she is quite young.
I kind of forgot about new adult. Okay.
But I'd say it's definitely supposed to be adult. Book 2 is set to release for fall 2025 for When the Moon Hatched.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But that first one's getting a lot of love.
Yeah.
Have you read
it? If it's a romantasy or fantasy romance, I probably haven't. I get scared.
I haven't jumped on the fantasy romance bandwagon yet either.
No.
But I am curious because everybody's so obsessed with it right now. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, no, I have. I read Chris Broadbent's, the first book. What was that? And I liked
Daughter of New Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter of New Worlds.
Yeah, I did like that. Look at me being all trendy.
I'm like, the only trend I want to jump on is this dark romance because that's my kind of twisted. But I'm like, interesting. I am very much enjoying also some of the insults that have come out from Foundryside.
It's very clever.
It's not clever, it's just hilarious. I think there was something about painting someone's balls with jelly and releasing them into
a yes, I just read that line actually.
I'm like, yeah. I'm quite enjoying that. And yeah, I have theories though, and I don't normally get theories. But I'm taking notes.
I really don't.
I'm actually taking notes.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey now.
How are you? 2025.
Amazing.
Look at Paige go.
She can't wake up, but she can take notes.
Wow.
What sort of do we also want the sprints?
I'm open. I have to. I probably can't go much longer than 6 p.m. my time, which is like 4 hours. So I'm okay with whatever. But
I have a Christmas
we're gonna go
party in
see
2.5 hours.
well, yeah, exactly, 3.5 hours. We're gonna go see a Bruno Mars cover band tonight at the casino. So we're gonna
Oh,
have fun.
nice.
24 karat magic. What's that sound? Can't fight the feeling, just fight the
Wow.
feeling. Put your freaking rings up, players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're partying tonight at the casino.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Do I have a casino near me? I don't
I don't
think
know.
so.
I live on a reservation, so we have a big one.
Oh, the services club is what's considered. Interesting.
The
Okay.
services club sounds risque. What kind of
Yeah, it's
services?
for veterans.
Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Do we want to do a 40 to start us off, and I'll go eat breakfast and get dressed out of my pajamas?
That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Ooh, I like that.
That's pretty.
Lily lives near a tribal casino as well. They're a fun 90s band. Well,
Oh,
they have a fun 90s band.
I love good 90s music. That's my era.
Now I've got it's not Bruno Mars. I have Daft Punk in my head. Up on that to get some. Up on that to get some. Up on that to get lucky.
Might get lucky. Yep. No, that's in my head. Thanks, Paige.
Pleasure.
Danielle just has a very like, what is going on here?
I don't know how much Bruno Mars I know, honestly.
Well, funk. What's the funk? Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk, don't you?
Oh, I do know that one. Yeah.
And do you know the
Yeah.
lazy song?
My turn to
Say
sing.
I don't feel like doing anything.
Okay, I know that
I
song too.
just
Maybe I
wanna
know more than I
lay.
think I do.
You do, and you know probably some of his ballads also. I can't just think of it right now.
Yeah,
One
I
little rain, rain, rain. I can't remember the rest of the lyrics of that one. That's the only part I remember. Ooh.
You can count on me like 1, 2,
Oh, I
3.
know that. I know that one. The I'll Be There one. Yeah.
What else? Yeah, he's got a lot of really popular songs that got really popular. So I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Yay.
Yay! Shall we sprint then?
Yes,
Sprint.
let's do it.
Let's do it!
Happy reading.
Happy
See you
reading.
back in 40.
Okay.
Oh, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello?
How are we?
Good. Good.
I didn't get out of my PJs. In fact, I just put my dressing gown on.
Perfect.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
I didn't read. I ate.
I read 26 pages.
Yes. I ate breakfast and then read 6 pages. But like, holy, everything's happening. Everything's happening.
Woohoo! That's exciting. That's fun.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly adjust.
Is it broke?
What's happening? Wait. Are they broken?
I don't know. You're just not going down. But that's okay.
Oh.
Totally. We were joined by an Alicia. The phone
Yay.
notified that we were all live, but still forgot to sign in on time to watch. That's okay. I slept through it for half an hour.
We're really just getting started.
Mhm.
And Tracy is reading Hazel Bly and the Deep Blue Sea. I hope you enjoy. That's by Ashley Herring Blake.
Nice.
It's why it's middle grade, isn't it?
Middle grade. It's beautiful. I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, I didn't hear anything. I got distracted. Tara got distracted, so still rereading chapter 12. Very nice. It was funny because I fell asleep twice while listening to this, but not because the book was boring. I was just that exhausted. And a lot of the time, if I do that, I'm just like, oh, well, I'll catch up and I'll just keep going. But I've actually gone back and reread the sections that I fell asleep through. So look at me being an actual reader in 2025.
Yeah. Wow. This year.
I know.
She's been a good
fancy
year so far for you both? Has it been a good year so far for you both?
Yeah, we bought a house.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes.
So we're just in the final stretch of that. And then...
Is it a different one than the one you were stalking the last time? Remember?
Yes, different. Yes, different. So that one we missed out on.
Right.
And then I went and saw the property that we ended up getting on the last day before Christmas shutdown. And then I took Mum and Ash to see it like the first weekend of January, put in the offer, got accepted. We put in one offer that got declined, put in a different one that got accepted the next day. And then we're just going. So
yay.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
But my chair's blocking it. But I did a clear out.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of books.
Yeah. And that's not even the stack that's already in a bag going to a friend. So
wow.
Just got to edit that unhaul of 225 books.
Oh my
holy moly.
Gosh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
You're a better person than me.
I finally went through and got rid of like a lot of my teaching resources. I've been holding on to them and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I may potentially have kids some days, but I don't need to hold on to these books in the interim until that time of being a big question mark. And it's just like, fuck it. Let's go. Let's get rid of them. So, yeah, feels good.
I've got a big old stack of books from when I was doing my biology stuff that sits next to me because I I actually want to sell them because some of them were so expensive. I'm like, I got to be able to get something back for these. And some of
100%.
them I never even used. So I'm like, but they just sit there.
How long's it been since you made that decision?
Gosh, it's been, I'm sure a couple years.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I've got one of my
These days.
bridesmaids dress sitting in there, and I'm just like, I'll sell it when it comes up to formal season, and then formal season always comes up too quickly for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I totally get that. How's your 2025 going, Danielle?
It's going okay. I'm just, I got the new job that I started in November, and I'm just a working girl now.
Working from 9 to 5.
Yeah, it's more like 9:30 to 6, but yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
It's going well, though.
Yeah, it's going good.
Good. Well, I applied for a job, so let's all cross our fingers and our toes. It's with the tribe, and it would be a gifted and talented teacher, which is not in my
Ooh.
wheelhouse, but I could make it work. So
You could totally make it work.
and the tribe, I was like looking at the pay scale. They definitely pay less than Bellingham School District, but my chances of actually getting a job within Bellingham are so low, and they're going to be so low in the upcoming years, that I'm like, if I can get my toe in at the tribe, at least it's 3-minute drive. My commute would be 3 minutes, and
Wow.
it would be a permanent, because like subs don't get paid nearly as much as regular teachers do. It would just be nice to have a regular income. It would also be nice to have a regular job where I'm not switching around every day.
Yep.
Even though most of my subbing is at the same school now, this year especially, like 90% at the elementary school that I did my student teaching at, it's still subbing. Like, it's still a different thing every day, and it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's still a lot of behavior because the kids are like, it's Miss Starzak, it's a sub, yay, we get to just be wild. And I'm like, no.
I was like pissing myself laughing because like, oh yeah, and it's like the brand new school year, so you're gonna have all like the teachers establishing, and then I'm like, wait, you're American.
Yeah, no.
You're halfway through a school year.
We're about halfway through, yeah.
Yeah. Because
I'm
my
really hoping
schools
for this
haven't
job.
even gone back yet.
So when will you know?
I don't know, because I know that the tribe is pretty slow when it comes to HR, based on my previous experience. The job closed on Monday, so end of day Monday it closed. I turned in my book of all the things they needed the Friday before, and because I got a text message from my old boss when I worked in natural resources. She messaged me. She's like, hey, the teacher that you're not crazy about is no longer at the school. She's like, it's time for you to come back now.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, are there any jobs? And she's like, I only see one. It's a gifted and talented job, teaching. And she's like, but apply for it. So, I mean, I have people who are rooting for me, but they're not at the school. So
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, you'll be able gifted. Do you know what age group you're working with for gifted and talented?
Well, the school is K through 12, so it would be K through 12. Yeah. So it'd be a range.
Awesome.
And I wouldn't have my own class. It'd be a completely different, kind of teaching position, but could be just face.
Wow.
I'm just thinking that's a lot of differentiation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
sweet Lordy.
But mostly it would be, it would be a lot more administrative than other teaching jobs. And it would be me in contact with the families and the kids and making sure the kids are getting the resources they need, that they're not necessarily getting from their regular class. It said on there that I might be teaching AP courses. But then when I was talking to my boss, she's like, they don't have any AP courses there at that school. And I was like, well, maybe they want me to train, because you have to train to do advanced placement courses. like, maybe they want me to train so I can offer AP classes at the school. But the thing is, it's a small school. It would be like 3 or 4 kids in the class, maybe, so I don't know if that would work. But I could also then connect those kids with like the colleges, so they can do maybe their AP courses at the colleges. So I'd be the person who'd be like dealing with all that and helping with
coordinating that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And working with the
like
kids,
maybe with coordinator sort of stuff.
Yeah, and testing the kids and doing all that kind of stuff. So that would be me, and I can figure anything out. I can make anything work. So like,
Yes.
just
That
put me in the
sounds like a
position
really active job role, though. Like, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I think I'm excited about that too.
So let's just hope they call me back. Like,
Yeah.
I've worked with the tribal community, especially the kids, before. I know a lot about the culture. Like, they're not going to get a lot of people applying that know as much about the culture unless they're actual members of the community. But
Right.
like,
Yes, I like this.
I like this.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
because I'm getting burnt out of subbing, so pretty quickly actually. It's not good that I should be burnt out of subbing this quickly, but it's so hard. I'm good at it. And then that was the other thing is I had a conversation with the principal, and she was basically telling me how we're getting less. We have a huge, like, we're getting a big funding cut, and how bad it's going to be, how many furloughs are probably going to be, like what the year is going to look like next year. And I was like, I knew that was coming, but I also like was in denial about it. And so then when we sat down and had a conversation about it, I was like, I've been working so hard to be the best sub I could possibly be, to give myself such and not that I wouldn't, but like just to like set myself up to be like an amazing candidate for a job. And I'm not going to get a job anytime soon. Like, it's just not going to happen, because the people who are getting furloughed are going to get put those positions where people are retiring or what have you. So I'm like, it just felt very like, I just was like, oh. And so then the last couple of weeks, I'm like kind of depressed about it,
Oh, yeah.
It just felt like I've been not kicking my ass. I've been working my ass off, and not that it's good that I've been doing that, but I just feel like a lot of other subs just kind of do the work and get out of there. And me, I'm like, I'm the best person you could possibly have in your school, rah! And like, it's to no end. Like, there's not really much possibility right now. So let's hope.
Everyone's fingers and crosses.
Yes.
And yeah, Tara said also, sounds like you would do a lot of advocating for the kids too, which you would be great at.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I feel like this community especially, they don't get to shine a lot when it comes to that. So, that would be my job. I'll make them shine. So yeah, that's my long story. Yeah, it's just been my 2025 has been a little depressing. So let's hope it gets better. Up from here.
Yeah. It's one of those things that, like, I feel like at the end of 2024, everything was starting to shape up, and I'm like, yeah, cool. I feel like 2025 is going to be okay. And a lot of Americans were like, 2024 is a dumpster fire, and 2025 is going to be shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But it's different life bits do it when they do.
Yeah, and I just hope that it's gonna be like, I'm just really, really am hoping that it's gonna get better, and my health is gonna get better, and we'll just move forward.
Did you end up getting a referral to a gastroenterologist?
Yeah, I saw one on December 23rd, and they scheduled me for a endoscopy on March 17th.
Is that going down your throat?
Yeah. And I was pretty upset about that. But they have since rescheduled it for February 17th. So.
Oh, that's coming up.
Not soon enough, but it's coming up.
Yeah. That's all right. Because I can tell you that it's 21 days until the 10th of February.
Is that what is that? Is that what's happening?
That's our settlement date, but it's also my
Okay.
30th birthday.
Oh, was that your
Oh
birthday?
my
I probably have it in
gosh.
my
We're
thing.
having high
Your
tea.
30th?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a
I love
baby.
that.
I love high tea.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
gosh.
I'll zoom you guys
Hey,
both
February
in and be
10th.
like,
That's
"Hey."
right.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that's why. But it's because more than anything, it's settlement day. So that's what more why I'm excited.
Your
We just
30th
decided to put it on my
birthday.
birthday. Yeah. So
Hmm.
30, right on 30, and I'm a homeowner with a
That's cool.
mortgage.
Woohoo!
Wow.
You're so grown up.
Actually, we've already got it accepted. Like everything's underway, so it's all happening. But yeah, that's
Aw.
just the exchange, and then yeah. So the 17th is only a week after that.
Yes.
So 28
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. So, been
Less
trying
than
to
a month.
change my diet a bit, as much because there's a lot of things I'm just not eating or doing, and I haven't been drinking any alcohol or drinking any coffee anymore, and no spicy
How's that going
foods.
for your health?
Huh?
How's
Huh?
that going for your mental health? Not being
Fine,
able to drink.
actually, that's been fine. And just being sick all the time is not good for my mental health. It's been long
Frustrating.
time. Yeah. So I might even like see a allergenist too. I'm trying to, I don't know, just tired.
That's fair.
I think that was another thing where like, um, 'cause like most days, like I was telling mom, I was like, I'm like one of those, back in the Victorian era when they would say like that person has a sickly constitution. I'm like, that's me now. I'm a person who has a sickly constitution. Like every day I feel sickly. Some days it's better, some days it's worse, but I should go to bath and spend the season there and just be in the baths and just
In the sun. Oh, but it's funny because you don't look like you have a sickly constitution. Like, well,
oh, I look
obviously
pale
through the
most
camera.
days, like
Yeah.
extra pale most days, like
Are you
abnormally
like
pale
grey?
most days. Um, it's more greenish, like a pale, but like pale. I look pale. Um,
Celiac?
no, but I don't have problem with gluten or dairy.
It's just a confuckery of issues.
Yeah, I think it might be an ulcer, but
Oh, that would that explains a lot.
it should get better. Like my serving sizes are way smaller. I've like I'm eating healthier. I'm still not eating amazing because part of the time I have to eat just like rice and stuff because
Mm.
I get nauseous a lot of the time. A lot of the food that I eat makes me nauseous. Some days I'll eat something and it's fine, and the next day I'll eat the same thing and it's not fine.
Mm.
Yeah. No, and I know something's wrong. Like that is the thing is like I know my body really well. I have always listened to my body and could tell when there's something off. And it's been off since November 15th. That was the day that things went wrong and it's never gotten better. And I can
2023
tell.
or 2024?
Last year, November 15th, 2024.
Okay. Because you weren't great November the year before.
No, that was all the lung stuff. Like I had all the
Yeah.
lung stuff. I mean, I've been having, I've been taking an alpha blocker for a while, but it was that was managing it before.
Mm.
Nothing manages it anymore. Or
Well,
maybe it does. If I didn't take them, maybe I'd be even worse. Because I'm taking.
Well, see your investigation for Amy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in on the 31st to see my regular doctor, and I'm gonna tell her just ran every single blood test and every single scan you can do, so I can just see if there's anything that's off, and then I can figure out from there. I probably want to see a food allergenist, maybe see like I just want them to run every single test and be like, okay, is this off? if this is off, maybe there's something going on. Maybe I can change things based off this, based off that.
Yeah.
So
I work with like Brooke. I think she said she's 30. She has a 21-year-old and she had him at 37. When she first said her age, we thought she had him at 13, but it was 16, which is still a baby, but less concerning than 13. So she's 37 and my other coworker is turning 41 and they're all like perimenopausal and all of that's going on. And I was explaining it to Ash. I'm like, our doctors here won't do a hormone test if you're on birth control because you need to be off birth control for 2 years before they'll do a hormone test to test your baseline. And he's like, but you have a baseline with your things. And I'm like, yes, they just no, because you're taking a medication that changes it. So that's not your baseline. And he's like, I don't understand. And I'm like, welcome to the medical field as a woman.
well, and one way they try to manage your hormones here is by putting you on birth control.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And they're all like, they've got Sean and I have very similar gut things, but hers is so much worse than mine. Like hers has been going on forever and a day, whereas mine flares up and then it settles. And I haven't had a bad flare up in a little while. Had it with the Parmesan cheese a few weeks ago. So I'm like, but we talk about this stuff and it's like, she wants to know if it's a hormonal thing that's going on with her belly and all of that, and that's messing with it. But that can't get tested. Because she's got the I keep going to call it the Minerva.
Marina.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's not Minerva McGonagall Page. That's not right. But I can't get it out of my head, and now I've said it like twice thinking about it. So I get
it's got a witch up there, huh?
Well, according to the medical professionals, apparently, because it's fucking with your hormones.
Yeah.
Doing some witchy business in your uterus.
Yeah, it's still pretty witchy. Yes.
He.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not very happy with my gynecologist either. So
no, considering they're not
a new one.
Seeming very knowledgeable on it. Oh, that's crazy. I also feel like a lot of medical professionals are still playing catch up with perimenopausal. Like, we all know that women's medical studies is so far behind the curve, and so they're still figuring out what the fuck menopause is, let alone this thing that now happens in our 30s. And it's like, what the fuck?
We have someone here in Bellingham actually who's supposed to be really, really good with perimenopause. But when somebody was recommending her to me, she's like, but she's also really expensive and she doesn't take regular health insurance. I'm like, I'm just a sub. Like, I don't make enough money to go see some, specialist.
Let's crowdfund for Amy.
Yeah. No, that's okay. But like,
but like, that's what people feel like they would have to do.
Yeah. Because, I'm limited by my insurance, with what I can do when it comes to specialists and stuff like that. So at least until I get a better job, then I can do more. I have better options.
American health systems do my head in. Like, we talk about it because I feel like you guys do have better resources than like we're rural country towns. Like, we're not uneducated, but we're not like investing into health, and we don't make a lot of money from our health system, which America does. So then our doctors and stuff don't train or don't they do. Like they're all
Right.
qualified and shit. But like they don't specialize a lot because they just do everything and they're just general. Whereas you go to America and you hear people who specialize in this, and this, and it's like really amazing and they're, you know, all on it. And then I'm like, but how do people afford it?
Most people don't.
Yeah, but it's like you've got the resources, but the access, but just
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. And women's health is just not great in general. It's just not great.
Yeah. I feel like I would like I need to get my little picket fence and be like, I'm gonna be like Australia, get more training from the Americans. Americans, lower your costs, you dumb bitches.
It's just one big.
It's amazing talking about it with different people though, because it's just like, wow.
It's wild.
So different, and then there's similar stuff, but it's all just
and I will say that in my little neck of the woods, which is bigger than your city, but like, well, probably bigger than your city, or your town. You know, mine's not that big. We don't have very good healthcare here in our little area. Like our hospital's pretty low rated. People aren't happy with it. And like I said, it's at first when they first got me in for an endoscopy, it was March 17th, which was from December 23rd. That was like, that's a long time to be sick and feel sick for. So we just don't have enough good providers here to.
Your town is double the population of mine. Plus some. That's so funny. Oh. But yeah, I do. You hear the stories of people will travel to the other side of America to go see some form
specialists.
Yeah, and I'm like,
friend just had to do that.
Oh.
Really? For what?
She got told by physicians here in Missouri that she had this rare thing called nutcracker syndrome. And basically, it's, from what I know, it's something that happens in like taller women where like the vein that supplies the vein or the artery or what have you that supplies blood to your kidney gets like crushed. I don't know if your organs maybe like fall down, or I don't know exactly how it works. But she saw doctors here. They were going to do like open surgery on her, and she didn't feel right about it. So she went to somebody, she flew to Texas to somebody who like, this is all that they do. And they basically told her that she had been misdiagnosed and and she is now going to see somebody else for something else. So anyway, yeah, but she had to seek that person out, and she found them on like a Facebook group for like other people that have this particular thing. Yeah. And
damn,
like how much did it cost to do that whole, because like flying out there, seeing this specialist?
Yeah, we're talking thousands of dollars, especially if you count like all the tests that she had.
Right.
You know,
right.
The accommodation, oh lordy, like for a misdiagnosis. But then imagine if she had gone through with it and they did open surgery on her, and it with what?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
Shit. That's.
I think my biggest thing is I just want them to go in there and just make sure I don't have stomach cancer, because my grandpa died of stomach cancer, and I'm just like, just leave my mind. Like, just to leave my mind. I can figure things out from there. Like, I will make my body be better for me as long as you can tell me I don't have stomach cancer. I'm just getting to that point now. Like,
but that's also the same, like, that's another thing that would be weighing on you because you don't have that answer ruled out yet.
It's taken them freaking long. That's why I want the doctor to do a complete blood, like just check everything. Because I can work with, if I know what's going on, I can always work with that. There's something, there's things I can do. I can change my diet. I can do different things to balance and manage that. But if I don't know what's going on, I just feel sick all the time. I don't know how to manage any of that.
Yeah. And it might come back that all the tests come back negative, which is great because, yeah, you don't have any answers of what's going on, but you have answers for what's not.
Right. And then I that at least gives me information, and I can try and work with, like a nutritionist or somebody who, like, we can work on being more, looking at, I'm exercising more lately. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to eat smaller portion sizes. I have to, because my stomach doesn't allow me to eat larger portion sizes anymore. So, like, I'm already trying to make changes to what I'm doing. But, like, it would be nice to have, like, a direction. And if I knew more, I'd have a direction. I just wish they would try a little harder. Like, that's what's frustrating. I'm very proactive. Like, I went in right away. I sought out. I told them what I wanted. I told them what I wanted them to do. And it still takes forever, and it's just frustrating because I'm like, I just want to know. Like, I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I wish I could, like, study myself. Like, just can I do my own test?
Because you're science, like, you do science. You like science.
Can't we just get, like, a futuristic body scan and the computer just tells us exactly what is going on?
I read about it in books. Why can't I do it in real life? Just give me an idea. I'll fix myself. I can do it. I swear I can do it. Just need to know what it is. Anyways, this is depressing talk. Let's talk about something else.
Alicia said after 2 years of fighting with doctors, they finally got her son diagnosed with ADHD and generalized anxiety disorder. It's still a pain to find him good help now that we have a diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. Totally.
For me, it's like, because I work in a psych practice, I'm just like, oh yes. But then when people are like, I need to see a child psychiatrist, I'm like, yeah, we're still working on his 2023 referrals to get them in. So, sorry.
That's just wild.
Yeah. But if you want to go to Sydney, like, you'll probably have just a 6-month wait, maybe. Depends. Yeah. With kids, child psychiatrists, not many psychiatrists specialize in it, so they're few and far between. But
that's why my gynecologist is outside of the county. They were like, oh, we can't, there's nobody really taking anybody here in this area. So we can send you to the place in the next county over, and you'll get in pretty quickly. And I have been able to get in pretty quickly because she's not a good gynecologist.
Oh.
Anyways.
I live in a major city, and waiting 4+ months for a diagnostic procedure would not be uncommon here. The health system is just under so much better. Yeah.
Yeah. Hear that.
We do a lot of assessments. So we say, you come in and do the assessment, and it's like, cool, you meet the diagnostic criteria for ADHD, autism, whatever the case may be. But then you still need to take this to someone to have that actioned further. Like, if it is ADHD, if you want to go down the path of medication, you need to go to a psychiatrist, and we only have the psychologist who's done the assessment. They can't prescribe the medication. So it's like, and so when I have adult ADHD assessments come through, I'm like, well, there's 2 ways. You can either call this guy who's 45 minutes away and has a 6-month wait list, I think, and you'll pay whatever his fees are, but you'll only have to do 1 session and then ongoing, and you'll be able to have the medication and the diagnosis if that is what you have. Or you can pay $1,400 plus GST, have the ADHD assessment, and then still need to take that to a psychiatrist to get medication if that is correct. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
No. If you don't want meds, though, it's an upfront cost, but then
Mm-hmm.
And if they make their call on what they want to do and what's right for them. But I don't say, oh, let's just do the assessment, knowing full well that there is other methods available to get the same results on a cheaper scale if that's the end goal.
Yeah.
If you just want to know, like, sure, you can do the upfront cost. It's a fuck ton of money, but you'll know. So,
Wow.
yeah, the evaluation was expensive as crap. Finding good, reliable therapist has been horrible too. I'm sorry. I've got some good ones, but they're Aussie based.
I feel like there's not as many therapists that want to work with kids.
I have
which is unfortunate.
maybe a third of half of our psychologists work with kids. They won't say 18 up, but most will say, can I have like 14 up? Or, like they'll work with any, but they have a preference for slightly older. And then we have maybe 5 psychologists in Orange out of our team of 17 that are like, give me kids. I want kids. So,
give me the kids.
Give me the little kids. I'm like, excellent. Here you go. And then chuck them at them. And then I have one of them. They're booked out until April at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, so it is that.
Yeah, that makes it tricky. Yeah,
it does. But at least we have some. Like,
yes,
I know.
absolutely.
It's funny because I had my work Christmas party yesterday with the psychs, and they were talking about working with kids, and they're like, it is probably one of the most challenging areas to work with, but one of the most rewarding, because the kids aren't coming in with their problems. They're coming in with their parents' expectations of what's going to happen in the session. So they're not really, they might know that something bad's happened to them or whatever, and that's what they're there to talk to someone about. But they don't understand it in the big picture. Whereas the parents are going in being like, well, we talk, so that's how we're going to do this. Whereas kids, they're sort of needing to learn the behavioral, like emotional regulation strategies and things like that, and understanding who they are as a person, which changes as they get older, and have those strategies to help them throughout. So that's where the psychs are like, it's not hard per se, but it's more complicated than an adult that just comes in and goes, here's my problems, what do we do?
Yeah.
Because you've got the expectations from the parents on what they want to happen for the kid. Then you have the kid who's like, I'm just here because I got told to come here. Like I feel like everything's fine. And then, they've had significant trauma in their life, but they're like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but then.
And as a teacher who works with kids who, a lot of times are struggling with executive functioning, which is true for a lot of kids and different kinds of things. When you know that those kids are seeing a therapist, you can see those changes they're pretty extreme. You can see the differences as the kids, been seeing a therapist. And it's actually really helpful for teachers too, because because the kids are, they're working on things and it helps a lot.
It would have like the two sides though, because they're working on it as well though. That can make it like they might be more agitated during the session.
Sure, for
like
sure.
The behaviors are changing, and you can see that they're getting that skill set, but you've also got to manage it when they're still in that dysregulated state.
Oh, for sure, totally.
Thank you. But yeah, it's nice having that support. And do you have open communication with the therapists for like the activity? Oh, you probably wouldn't as the sub, but
no, the only thing they do, like teachers, I don't do any of this, but I've had teachers who've had to fill out forms that like basically are like surveys that they give to the parents give to the therapist that give them information about the kids. And you don't work with, but you do work with the counselor at the school pretty thoroughly. And I go to her a lot when I have questions about behaviors that I'm like, how best should I work with this, with this particular behavior, or how best, or can you give me information on this kid that I don't know that might help me understand better how to manage this behavior, da, da, da.
Yeah.
And the counselor usually has contact, or at least contact with the parents and get more information.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily. I mean, maybe some do, but not that I know of.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
could imagine there would be, for us, it's pretty much like, do we have written consent for the psychologist to communicate with X, Y, and Z parties? And then we just get an email address and off they go. But I could imagine it's probably not the same smooth process.
Right. It probably just comes from the parent. The parent
Yeah.
will say, okay, so they're working through this right now, so they might be a little
Yeah.
more tender, or might be a little
Yeah.
more this, or might be, so yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very helpful for some of the kids that I've known over the last couple of years, and I've seen them before they started doing therapy, and then I've seen them now, and I'm like, oh, that is a big change. They just seem a lot calmer. At least the kids that I know that have been having they seem a lot calmer and like just calmer and like a little more confident in certain things.
Yeah. Shall we do another sprint?
Sure.
Because I will have to go after this sprint to my Christmas party.
Oh no.
I'm talented. Okie dokie. We'll see you in 40. Have fun
See
reading.
you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. How did your sprint go?
I finished chapter 12.
Yay. I got up to chapter 38.
Very good.
I was giggling so much.
You were.
Yeah. I appreciate the humor in this.
Yeah.
I think it gets funnier the further you go on. The hype.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. That's good. That's all good news.
Yeah. Hi, Margaret.
Hello.
Tracy read 13%. Bert finished their book.
That's great.
To chapter 14.
Woohoo.
Yay. How'd you go, Amy?
I read about, I think, 15 or so pages. It's good.
No.
It's getting to the point where I expect it's going in the direction I expected it to go in. So I was like, oh, yeah. I knew that was going to happen. I just knew it.
Very nice. Yay. I got dressed ready to go to the Christmas party.
Yay.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh, it's just my little dress.
Cute.
Cute.
Ready to
Technically,
party
I'm
on
still
down.
wearing my Aggies.
Perfect.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's 10 minutes out of town and it starts at 12, but Ash is still in the shower, so I'm like, aggressive, grosser.
I still gotta.
7 minutes, we're good.
You never need to be early for that sort of thing.
Nah.
Yeah, I've got to go take a shower and get ready for my Bruno Mars
Cover.
band. You know, not really Bruno Mars, but what do you call it? Cover band. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm
it'll be
excited.
fun.
It's going to be fun. Going with Mom and my aunt and my uncle. So we're going to have a blast.
Love it.
Dance,
Very
dance,
good.
dance. Yes. Oh, you're
Whoa.
through too.
85% through the audiobook and still this close to DNFing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear.
Not good.
You should. If you're thinking it,
Margaret,
just
what
do
are you
it.
reading?
Good question.
We'll see. I should have DNF Treasure Island.
Oh yeah, did you start reading it at all?
Yeah, I read it. I don't remember any
you
of it
should
because
have
I just
DNF.
zoned out. Yeah.
He wasn't one of my favorites either.
I'm finding that I really just don't do pirate things.
Oh, really?
I much prefer to consume it visually. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Treasure Planet. All of that.
So good.
That, or if it's Katie Robert Pirate Smart. That is my only exception to enjoying it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it was the Live Ship Traders.
I like Live Ship.
That was interesting because it was piratey, but not.
Yeah.
There was some pirate.
There was that one
aspect.
pirate.
Yeah, there
That
was
one.
one. And I mean, I was very close to strangling them. It's the narration.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have time to waste on bad books, even if you're 85% through. And the story of it too.
Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. Well, you gotta get going, don't you?
I managed to get through Treasure Island, but I wouldn't reread it. Yeah. Yes, we will be heading off soon. But sorry that they were so short. I meant to have an extra half hour up my sleeve.
That's okay. You probably needed that extra half hour of sleep.
I was like, no, I don't have to get up early tomorrow morning. Like, we're all good. I can just shit. And then my grandpa called and he was like, can I come round for morning tea? And I was like, no. Not this week. Yeonam Dong Smiley Laundromat.
Oh.
Tracy says, have fun, everyone, with what you're doing.
Are you doing anything fun tonight, Danielle?
No, I was just thinking I may have to find some other sprints to keep me reading. I'm just hanging out with Fitz, and I'm already getting sleepy, which is stupid because I took a little nap earlier.
I've been
It's not even
sleepy all
7
day.
o'clock.
I know.
It's almost 7
yeah.
o'clock.
Well, it's okay. It's a Saturday though, right? So your
I know.
body's probably tired from the week.
It's yeah, I'm definitely tired from the week, for sure.
Yeah. Just recoup, enjoy.
So yeah, I'm just gonna snuggle up,
Good.
Sounds
Read
good.
some more Foundryside.
read some more Foundryside.
I have half an hour left.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, look at that.
wow.
Oh, you're so
Wow.
close.
When I get home.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
Very
I got up at 6 o'clock this morning because I had an 8 o'clock hair appointment. So I did not get my Saturday sleep in.
Go have an early night and just
Yeah.
enjoy. Snuggle down with Fitz.
Well, I don't know if I'll be able to do the live show next weekend because it's Mom's birthday next weekend.
Well, yeah, and will you be done with the book?
Well, I was going to have to race through it if I was. So, no, it's not going to be next weekend. I've got to look at Paige's schedule for library schedule thing.
I can do the Sunday again if I don't sleep in.
Oops.
Or I can do the weekend of the 1st of February. So.
Well, that might be better for me.
We'll figure it out.
What a pain in the butt I am.
Not at all.
I'm pretty flexible as long as it's the weekend, so.
And
You just tell me when.
Yeah. If I'm awake and not at the library or at morning tea with my grandpa.
Exactly.
It's like, I'll be there.
That's right.
I'll be there. Good. Oh, I'm so excited that you're both having a pretty good time. Like, at least it sounds like things are going okay.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Okay, good. Okay. All of a sudden I saw your head shaking and I was like, uh-oh.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will keep you updated when the live show will be. And have a lovely
Keep reading.
weekend.
Keep reading.
Happy early
I'll let her
birthday
know.
to Mama Shasta.
Mama
72.
Ooh, doggy.
Mm-hmm.